thought you were going to leave there for a minute, so I know what's going on. So, first of all, I've never done this before, so you got to bear with me a little bit. I didn't have a lot of time to do it, and hopefully emotionally I can kind of keep myself in check here. And I'm very, very appreciative of you all being here, and very, very proud to be the head football coach at the University of Missouri, and I've taken it very, very seriously. I've got a lot of calls and messages, from all over the country the last 3 or 4 days, a lot of which I haven't had time to get back to friends and players from Toledo, obviously, players that I coached here in Missouri, and they're just really amazing coaches, and it's just been really awesome. I'm so very, very appreciative of that, and that it was interesting. One thing that happened to me is we stayed Friday night in Kansas City for a game on Saturday. Got a call from Andy Hill about 9:45. He said, someone wants to see you down here, and I went down in the elevator, and I walked over, and J-Mac was standing there, and they were going to fly to Denver the next day. And he came up to me, he looked really sad, and he looked at me and he goes, Coach, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm okay. And he come over and put his arms around me and told me he loved me. And so that's kind of the neat things about this business and what you're in is that the great relationships you have with players. And I got a lot of other calls also. My high school football coach passed away a few years ago. His name was Dick Fortner, and I just being in this football program, I just got interested in being a high school football coach. I went to Kent State University, and that was kind of my goal. And I saw Don James came in there, a tremendously successful, good man, just like Coach Fortner was. And I'm watching these guys, all these guys coach, and I'm thinking they pay these guys to coach football. Does life get better than that? They would pay me to coach football. And so that's one of the reasons I like kids, and coaching to me was, I've never worked a day in my life, and that's certainly true. I think that this position, being a head football coach is a lot different than just coaching a position, and that's sometimes I miss that, the coaching a position, but it's, my responsibility is, obviously, I have to win football games, to be able to keep my job. But my responsibility is to develop young men. And I think anybody ever knows our program, it's not, I don't say that to make it sound, better than what it is, but that's what we do. The way we run our program, the things that we do, I want to have an impact on their lives. So they leave, they're different people, and we help them develop them into young men. And that's real important. I remember when I was at Toledo and we were struggling and not winning, and I said, saying my prayers, and the good Lord, and it's, if you don't keep me, if I don't win enough games, I can't help these kids. So I need some help here. So, eventually, you win enough games, but that's what you have to do in order to help kids. And I don't think I'll ever quit coaching. Last night I was yelling. The Seahawks were playing, and I was yelling at the TV. My wife Missy. She's called me a couch coach, and she looked at me like, yeah, you're not going to miss this, you're crazy, so she's going to put up with me as we do this. So, but I love coaching. I love being a part of kids' lives, and it's really been very meaningful to me. The decision, what happened, the last couple of years, people asked me how long I want to coach, and I said I've been very blessed with good health, and I have my entire life. I've had great health, and I've never taken that for granted either, ever. And but what happened in the end of April, beginning of May, I was diagnosed with follicular lymphoma, and it's a disease. It's a blood disease. There's no cure for it. You manage it, and that's what you do. That's pretty much what you do the rest of your life. That you manage it, you deal with it. And obviously, I've read 100,000 things on it since then. I also might add to this, and this is really important, there's people out there that have cancer and they're sick with illness that are a lot worse condition shape than I am, and certainly my prayers go out to them, okay? I think I have to recognize that's very important to know that. In May and June I got multiple treatments. Really, honestly, for me, it felt great. Ended up being, great out of those treatments and everything else. And I just planned I'm going to keep coaching, and I'm going to manage this and keep coaching, and that was kind of my plan all the way. Got into August a little bit, and we started football. Start practice in August, and I just, you keep, you have something like this. This just for me, it's just me, the way I am is, you just start thinking about your time. You're wondering about, you just don't know time-wise. I mean, I might live another 25 years. I don't know what can happen here. But you start thinking about your time, and then you kind of reevaluate your priorities. And so this is a little bit in August here, a little September, and then I'm going to shut this down and wait till the bye week, and I'm talking to my family about this. And I'd never felt that way ever. I mean, I've always wanted to coach the day. I love what I do for a business, but that's just really something that was kind of weighing on me a little bit. And so what I did is I got the Monday after of our bye week, I went and had another PET scan, and that's in this position you live PET scan to PET scan. That's pretty much what you do, and then you adjust and treatments adjust around those things. And I remember sitting there with Missy, my wife, and all these people getting treatments and getting PET scans, and I mean it was just really overwhelming to me. And again, I came back here. I talked with my family and said, this job is it's every day, every minute of every day. You have 127 players, you can imagine, and that's just the way the job is. And you got to give all your energy, you got to put everything into it. And we work 6-7 days a week, 9 months out of the year. And is that the right way to spend my time? And so I decided at that time that I was going to embrace the healthy times, and I'm going to battle when the tough times come. And I certainly have those down the road. Prayerfully, hopefully, much further away than right at this particular time. And so that's pretty much the approach that I took. I talked to my family, and then I went in on Wednesday, and I told Mac. And the reason I told Mac Wednesday was because I love this university and the things that we did here, and the progress that we made. And it's going to be very important to give him enough time to do the right things to replace me, whatever direction he goes with that.